A strong border is essential to our national security, to foster safe communities and our support for the economy.
The Liberal Strong Border Act, Bill C-2, goes to its first debate but faces sharp criticism from other parties. MPs agree with the idea of expanding powers for border officers and toughening up immigration, but there was criticism from opposition MPs that there's nothing in there on bail reform and no increase to the number of border officers that would be needed.
It would allow CSIS police and peace officers to demand personal info from online service providers without a warrant, based only on vague suspicions of potential crime or legal breaches on any act of Parliament. The government has not indicated what policy concerns, aside from vague references to security, these provisions are needed for.
There's also growing concern over a provision in C-2 requiring electronic services providers turn personal data over to law enforcement without a warrant. The public safety minister says this does not violate civil liberties or rights, but conservatives want to know why there's no charter statement, a document required for every government bill outlining how the law may affect the Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
There will be a charter statement that's forthcoming, Mr. Speaker. As you know, this bill was only introduced 2 days ago. There will be a charter statement coming, and there will be a robust debate on this issue.
Well, I'm pretty confident that the charter statement will say that it is compliant with the charter. That's basically what these charter statements always say. But that hasn't, of course, stopped the courts from at times saying that certain aspects of the legislation are simply not compliant with Canadian law.
Michael Geist is a law professor and says the Supreme Court ruled in 2014 that the privacy of even basic subscriber information is charter protected. The federal government says C-2 would only be used to get basic information. An example provided is this IP address one of your users, but Geist says it's much, much more.
Once you take a look at what the legislation allows law enforcement to demand without court oversight is far broader than that. And so it is, yes, is this person one of yours? Are they a subscriber? But it's also, do you have data about their use? Can you tell me when they use the service, where they use the service? When did they subscribe to your service or leave your service? Do you know of other providers that they may be using that we should be contacting?
In Ottawa, Xiaoli Li, City News.